Right then, number 4, a telephone number with 13 characters is input. The first character is a plus followed by a two-digit country code. Right, so for example, what, plus 20, and then I guess what is that going to be, like 10? Yeah, I guess 10 numbers. Right, so yeah, 20 is the country code, right, X is the digit between 0 and 9 inclusive. The algorithm checks for the country codes, right, 44 for the UK and 20 for Egypt. Right, we want to write an algorithm to input the telephone number, extract the two-digit country code, right, then output the matching country, and output unknown if there's no matching country. Okay, so I think, yeah, let me just copy all of this, and again, let's just go and run it in the site. Yeah, I'll just delete all of that. Right, okay, so yeah, right, now actually in the exam, I mean, well, okay, yeah, so sometimes they do want you to declare, sometimes they don't. I mean, I would say if they don't tell you, then it's probably best to declare, right, because yeah, maybe they will give you some marks for it. So right, what do we need to declare? I guess, well, we need telephone number, right, now, yeah, okay, what we have to think, right, this is going to be a string, and the reason it's a string is, well, because we have this plus character, right, that's why we can't declare it as an integer. And often telephone numbers, yeah, okay, right, so often telephone numbers, I don't know, maybe you have some, I don't know, like +1, and then, I don't know, let's say like 2, 3, 4, right there, then you have some, you know, hyphen character, yeah, okay, yeah, so, alright, so maybe you also have some space and brackets. Alright, so that's kind of a common mistake that I see people doing, where they will declare a telephone number as being an integer, right, but if you actually look at the characters, of course, right, it's going to have to be a string. Right, so what else do we need? Right, I guess we also need country code if we look at this. Right, and I suppose actually a country code, well, that's also going to be a string, so let's just go there, country code. Right, is there anything else we need? Yeah, I think we don't actually need anything else. Alright, so what we need to do, well, first we need to input the telephone number, so let's just have an output telling them that. And then let's say, please enter, yeah, your telephone number. Right, then we can just input that into telephone. Right, then we want to extract the two-digit country code. So, right, we can go country code, and in fact, am I on the right syllabus? Yeah, okay, right, so I'm on the IG syllabus, right, sort of looking here. Right, okay, so in IG, right, that's going to be substring. And what we want to do, we want to start from the second character, okay, because, yeah, okay, so, if we look, the first character, of course, is the plus, right, okay, therefore, we want to start on the second character, and then we want to get two characters. So looking at this, right, the first parameter is the string, so the string we're extracting from is going to be telephone. Right, then x, right, the starting position of the substring, well, that's going to be 2. Right, and then the length of the substring, right, that's also going to be 2. Right, then we want to, yeah, output the matching country, I guess, if it does exist. So we could do this using, I guess, what, an if statement, and then inside the else we have another if statement. Alright, I think here we can also just do it using a case as well. So, right, let's go case of country code. Yeah, okay, right, and then I guess here, so the first one is going to be 44. Right, so if we find 44, well, let's just output UK. If we get, is it 20? Yeah, alright, and 20, right, then let's just go output Egypt. Right, okay, yeah, and then here, so, okay, this will be the otherwise, right, so if it's not either of them. Right, then, well, here we just want output unknown. Yeah, and that should be fine, I think. Right, let's go end case, and then let's just try and run this. Okay, and yeah, let's go, I don't know, like plus 44, then let's have a load of ones. Alright, so here we're actually not checking the length, so it doesn't really matter. Okay, yeah, that says UK. Right, let's go plus, let's go 20, and then yeah, let's have a load of ones. Right, yeah, that says Egypt. Let's go plus, I don't know, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, something like that. Right, okay, yeah, and then, right, so here it just says unknown. Right, that's working quite well. Alright, now, of course, we could also do that using some if statements if we want. So I guess an if statement, we would have to go like this. Let's go if country code is equal to 44. Right, then we're going to have a then. Right, okay, yes, so then we would output the UK. Right, then we would need an else. And then inside the else, okay, yeah, okay, so this is going to be a nested if. Right, we're then going to get if country code is equal to 20. And again, yeah, then we're just going to want a then, right, so then we output Egypt, right, and then here we just have an else. And then, yeah, I guess here we're going to need a couple of end ifs, so let's go end if there and end if there. Alright, so this here should do the same. I mean, let's run it just one time. Alright, let's go Egypt, we'll try this, and yeah, okay, well, that says Egypt. Alright, and I think for these other two situations that should also work. Right then, B, we want to explain how we could change the algorithm to repeatedly prompt the telephone number until the number entered is 13 characters in length. Right, any code used must be fully explained. Right, so I guess we can say what we can put the input inside a loop, well, inside a conditional loop. Yeah, so I guess either a while loop or repeat until, and basically we would just keep looping. I guess what, yeah, okay, right. So if we're using while, we would loop while the length of the telephone number is not equal to 13. If we're using a repeat until, we would, yeah, okay, right, okay, so we would loop until it is equal to 13. Yeah, so I think, right, I think maybe I'm just going to go for repeat until. Right, let's say, yeah, use a repeat until loop. Right, and put the, let's say put the input statement inside. Right, let's say maybe we can have an if statement, right, so just checking if it's not equal to 13. And then I guess we can have an error message. Right, let's say maybe have an if statement. Right, checking if the telephone number, right, yeah, telephone number, right, okay, yeah, the telephone number length, right, is, okay, right, let's go, yeah, is not equal to 13. Right, let's say, yeah, if not, then output an error message to the user. Right, output an error message to the user, and yeah, notifying them that they should enter 13 characters. Right, okay, then we can say keep looping until the length is equal to 13. Yeah, so I don't know, let's say, right, have this code. Or yeah, okay, alright, so let's say have this input. Right, let's say have this input and if statement. Alright, yeah, and I think actually we've kind of said this, right? So have this input and if statement inside the repeat until. Right, the repeat until loop. Right, and let's say, yeah, and loop until the length of the phone number right is 13 characters. Yeah, that should be okay. Right, now I think again, let's just go and do this quickly. Now, of course, yeah, okay, right, of course, in this question we actually don't have to write the code, but let's just demonstrate how we can do that. Okay, yeah, so actually in some ways it might be better to do it with a while loop, because, yeah, okay, right, so with a while loop we can just do it, okay, yeah, sorry, so with a while loop we can just ask them one time, and then we can check if it is not equal to 13. Alright, and then I guess if it is equal to 13, it will never actually go inside the while loop. So yeah, I think first let's just do it with a while loop just to demonstrate that. So let's see, right, while the length of telephone, while the length of telephone is not equal to 13. Right, then say output, I don't know, yeah, error, right, phone number should be 13 characters. Yeah, characters, right, let's say try again. Right, okay, then we're just going to input the telephone number again, and let's go end while. Yeah, that should be fine. Alright, and then to be honest, like, yeah, okay, so, yeah, okay, alright. Yeah, so I guess actually we can sort of keep that if we want. Right, so the difficult thing is actually entering 13 characters. Right, so that's going to be, yeah, that's going to be 3, and then let's go maybe 10 of these. Alright, okay, so I think that's going to be 13. Yeah, okay, right, that seems to work. Right, let's say now if we just remove one of them, right, that should be 12. Yeah, okay, error should be 13 characters. Let's try now, like 14. Again, yeah, error, right, so try again. Yeah, I think that's fine. Right, then let's actually try just with the repeat until. Right, so if we go repeat until, and in fact, let me just paste the phone number there just so I can copy it again. Right, okay, yeah, now in this case, yeah, okay, so here, because we're kind of repeating, yeah, okay, right, so here we're going to do this kind of while it's false. Alright, so because of that we need to switch the logic. Alright, so here we want to repeat until the length is equal to 13. Whereas, yeah, when we're using a while, while of course we're checking it's not equal. Yeah, hope that makes sense. Alright, okay, yeah, but the thing is here that we can't really do this repeat until like this. Okay, because even here if we enter a valid number of 13 characters, well then it's still going to do this at least one time. That's the difference between a repeat until and while loop, or a preconditional, postconditional. that a preconditional, well, possibly will never execute if the first condition is not true. Right, whereas a post-conditional, well, this will always execute at least one time. Right, so that's why I say in here we would need to put this code inside here. Right, and then inside here, then we would need the extra if statement. So then we go if, right, the length of telephone, right, is not equal to 13. Right, then we would have that. And then, yeah, let's just go end if like this. All right, and again, let's just test this, see if it works. Okay, so yeah, okay, if we enter first time, right, yeah, then that just works first time. If, for example, we make that 12, right, yeah, so error, try again. And then, all right, let's say on the second time, and yeah, okay, there we go, right, so second time it's working.